and China today are two of the
Hello guys, I hope everything is fine. You all are enjoying. Today my reaction on the on the America versus China, on the basis of the economy, military, and all the other perspectives. So let's watch.
the most powerful countries in both military and in economy. The United States currently is a global superpower, whereas China is considered as an emerging superpower. China is the most populous country in the world with around 1.44 billion people, whereas the US is the third most populous country with about 331 million people. Today in this video, we are going to compare the military and economy aspects of the two countries in details. Let's get started. Economy size comparison. First, let's compare the GDP nominal. The United States is the largest economy in nominal GDP with around 21 trillion US dollars, followed by China with around 14 trillion US dollars. But in terms of GDP purchasing power parity or PPP, China is the largest in the world with 27 trillion international dollars. Next is the United States with around 21 trillion international dollars. Note here in GDP purchasing power parity, value is expressed in international dollar. An international dollar has the same purchasing power as the US dollar has in the United States. Nuclear weapon comparison. Both the US and China are countries that have nuclear weapons. Although the exact numbers are unknown, the United States is estimated to have around 6,000 nuclear warheads, whereas China is estimated to have around between 250 to 300 nuclear warheads. Land size comparison. China total land area 3.7 million square miles. United States total land area 3.8 million square miles. Manpower comparison. The People's Liberation Army of China at present has around 2 million active military personnel, whereas the United States Armed Forces at present has around 1.4 million active military personnel. Now, coming to the reserve military personnel, the Chinese Armed Forces has around 500,000, whereas the United States Armed Forces has around 845,000 reserve military personnel. Defense budget comparison. China spends around anywhere between 180 to 210 billion US dollars on its military and is the second largest, whereas the US spends around 748 billion US dollars and is the largest defense budget in the world. Land power comparison. The People's Liberation Army at present has around 7,000 main battle tanks, as compared to the United States' 8,000 plus tanks. Over 3,500 infantry fighting vehicles as compared to United States' 6,700 plus. 4,000 plus armored personnel carrier as compared to United States' 13,000 plus. In addition to this, the Chinese ground forces has 1,700 plus self-propelled artillery, as compared to the United States' 1,400 plus. Over 1,770 multi-launched rocket systems as compared to the United States' 990 plus multi-launched rocket system. Air power. Both the US and China maintains a large number of aircraft for its Air Force, Army, and Navy. Currently, the Chinese Armed Forces has around 4,000 to 4,500 total aircraft, of which around 1,670 plus are fighter jets and over 1,000 are helicopters. Now, coming to the United States, the US Armed Forces has around 14,000 total aircraft, of which around 2,850 plus are fighter jets and nearly 5,700 are helicopters. Now, coming to the main fighter jets. Stealth Fighter J-20, Su-30 MKK, Su-27, Su-35, J-10 and J-15 are some of the main fighter jets of the People's Liberation Army of China. Whereas stealth fighters F-22 Raptor and F-35, F-16, F-15 and F-18 are the main fighter jets of the U.S. Armed Forces. Naval power. Both China and the United States has a large number of naval ships, as both the countries have large coastal areas. At present, the Chinese Navy has around 700 total ships, of which around 230 are auxiliary or support ships, whereas the U.S. Navy has around 500 total naval ships including auxiliaries. Now, let's see what the Chinese and the U.S. Navies have got in its inventory. Aircraft carriers. China currently has 2 aircraft carriers, whereas the U.S. Navy has 11 nuclear-powered supercarriers and 9 helicopter carriers or amphibious assault ships in its inventory. Cruisers. Currently, the Chinese Navy doesn't have any cruiser ships, whereas the U.S. Navy has 22 cruisers in its inventory. Destroyers. The Chinese Navy currently has 36 destroyers as compared to United States' 69 destroyers. Submarines. China currently has around 75 submarines, of which around 20 plus are nuclear powered, whereas the US currently has 70 plus submarines, all of which are nuclear powered. In addition to this, the Chinese Navy has 52 frigates, 50 corvettes, and many other landing ships, missile boats, and auxiliary ships. And the U.S. Navy has 19 corvettes or littoral combat ships, 0 frigates, and many other landing ships, patrol boats, and auxiliary ships in its inventory. Thanks for watching.
So guys, this was the comparison of the USA and the China. So what I can say now in this thing, like the comparison wise, so far, like you can see, like the economy wise, yeah, China is still lacking behind America, but China is still growing very fast at the pace of 7% of the GDP each year. But America is also ramping up. Before, like America's economy was going down, but when the Trump came, the he did a lot of he took a lot of initiatives to ban the Chinese and he boosted the America's economy. So economy wise, still the America is the higher than the China. That war is going on, and if you see, like second perspective is the military strength, right? In the military, second is the navy, third is the aircraft, this one air force. So army perspective, if you see the army, total army of the China is more, but the America's total army is less, but America's reserve personals are the Chinese. So if there is a war between the China and the America, so reserve personnel of America will also boost up the America's strength, army strength. So, and America's area is also bigger than the China. Second comparison, if you see, like on the basis of navy, America has the 70s this one nuclear submarines. So it is nuclear power, so it's difficult to make the nuclear power submarines. And for the nuclear power submarines, you can keep the nuclear power submarines with less energy consumption on the sea for a long time. But wherever you see the China submarines, they have only the 20 nuclear submarines and other 50 submarines powered up by the another sources. And both have the good military comparison, but somehow still the America got the edge on the basis of this as well. The third one is the Air Force. America is unbeatable on the if you compare on the basis of the air strength. America is an eagle on the basis of this. So if you see like America has more fighter jets. They have the F-22, F-35. F-35 is like that. It cannot be even. It cannot be detected through the radar as well. So, but somehow that you see the Chinese fighter jets. They have the less quality fighter jets, and not that their technology is not that much higher, and they bought basically from the Russia, and they have, they stolen the technology from the America's aircrafts as well. uh, so there is no comparison, first of all, on the basis of uh, on the aircraft. And so we compared on the basis of Navy, Air Force, and the military. And the last thing, experience of the war. China has very less experience for the war. On the basis of the war, China just fought one war in 1962 with the India, uh, and wherever after that, China did not have any war experience. So wherever you see the America military is active in Afghanistan. America military is active in Syria. America military had fights with the Vietnam, fight with Japan. So America is very experienced military. So there is no comparison between basis of the military strength between the America and the China. So this was my reaction from the India's perspective on the America and the China strength. So guys, thanks for watching my video. If you like my video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and press the bell icon. Thank you very much.